Hey, Mark, I'm looking for someone to help my wife and I set up our will and estate for our children. What would you give to Roger here as he's thinking about his estate planning?
Yeah, I'm glad you're thinking about that, Roger. It's always good to be doing that. That's part of your stewardship, is not only to figure out how to do the best you can with what God has given you while you're here, but also how to pass it on, as we talked about earlier. Generally, I would like to see people move as quickly as possible to get their basic estate planning done, no matter what economic status you're at. Because if you don't put together a will, there's already one put together, and it's the will of the state. It's either your will or the state's will, bottom line. So at the very basic, everyone should develop a will. Now, different levels of economic stratus would determine how complicated this has to get. But a simple will can do everything a will and trust can do if you want to go to a 60-page will. But if you're going to a 60-page will, you can simplify some of those transfers and avoid probate by going into a trust, setting up a living trust as well. Choosing your executor is so important.
Yeah. And even, Mark, it comes down to having conversations with these people.
Yeah, and everybody's afraid to go to see an attorney because they hear about the $10,000, $20,000 for wills, trusts, durable powers of attorney, healthcare powers of attorney. But if you don't have a large estate, you might want to entertain going out to trustandwills.com or some organization like that for a couple $100 can put it all together for you and take a look at that. And then if you want, hire an attorney to review it for a couple $100 to make sure it's correct.
Simple acts of stewardship that, Mark, if the worst happens, it's such an act of love to the people who are left behind.